Hi, I'm John McNeil. Welcome to Helping Other People Evolve. I want to talk about a very serious topic, and it's called insecurities. So, before we get into the discussion, I want you to subscribe if you haven't to the YouTube channel, and I want you to press like on any of the videos that you've been watching, and especially this one. You know, we need the support, and I appreciate the love and support that I've been getting. Share this with anyone that you believe that you know or may need it. Talk about this information, but just give a brother some help. I appreciate your support. With that, I want to say I have some references, but any of you know, if I've done some references, I don't cheat you. I always go into real explanations, or should I say real experiences. So this way you'll know that it's coming from the heart. And the information, is my hopes, is very beneficial and sincere. Because insecurities are very serious. And I want to tell you, insecurities consist of more than just with a relationship. You know, most people only think that is, oh, I'm insecure is because of my significant other or my mate, my partner, whatever title you use. But no, insecurities run in several different categories. That's why I brought some references, like definitions. I like to make sure I give clarity to whatever the topic is that I'm talking about. And then we have fun. So hold on, here we go. Relationship insecurities, social insecurities, body image insecurity, job insecurities, violence insecurity, trauma, or should I say traumatic events insecurities, low self-esteem creates insecurities, abuse insecurities, fear and failure. Yeah, these things are real, because when you talk about, and of course I'll do your favorite, insecurities. If you ever experienced a broke off or a separation from a relationship, it's dissolved itself, well, how about the divorce? You know, and now who's going to want me? Who's going to want you? You know, or how do I kick in or get back started to living life? You know, there's that fear that you heard me read at the bottom of it, because insecurities can occur like that. Now, we're going to talk about insecurities while you're presently in a relationship. Insecurities come from that, oh my God, someone else has done you dirty, or done your individual partner dirty, and you're nowhere near doing that, but at the same time, you're getting the consequences. And of course, you heard me read abuse, because they are so in fear of what has occurred to them past, not that you've done it, you're catching it. You can't deal with people. Why? Because he or she is so afraid that someone's going to steal you from them. And that's where the relationship, as I've done in the other videos, becomes very unhealthy. It becomes very toxic, because the individual refuses to work on themselves with their low self-esteem, or that heartbreak and that, we call it baggage, that you bring into another relationship. But yet still, you're only human. And I'm not suggesting that you don't have a relationship. I'm just saying, when do you work on it so it doesn't continue to harm this person that you love or you're trying to fall in love with? Because insecurities are that damaging. Many of you heard me talk about, you can put trackers and so forth in your cell phone. That's a reality. I apologize for repeating the information, but it's the truth. If your insecurities, it won't even let your mate go to work without you calling, checking up on them, coming up with 30,000 excuses why you need to call, you know what's going to happen. That individual is going to lose that job. Then you're going to be complaining because that individual is not able to work, and the individual is probably going to be complaining because in reality, your insecurities keep dictating, pushing people out. You want love or you want friendship, but you can't manage it because it keeps taking over you. When it talks about body image, there are so many of you that's running around here, won't have no acceptance to how you are. Even if you don't like how you look, take your behind to the gym. Change how you eat. You know, but yet still, you can't even handle appreciating that you are alive, and you should consider yourself to be beautiful, but you You want to be in a, oh, I can't accept myself. Oh, they're going to ridicule me. You can have the most expensive outfit on and go into a group of people to an event and put yourself down because you don't have any belief in yourself. So the doubt that you carry, you start speaking for people, even when they ain't speaking that way about you, nor thinking. So you have the ability to read minds. Woo! Insecurity is dangerous, but yet still, you don't like you. Let me tell you something. My mustache ain't growing back in. I don't have a headline. And I'm not letting you mark me up with that black stuff. And I'm talking about, yeah, it's going bald. I don't articulate the way people think I'm supposed to articulate. I mispronounce words. I've been doing it since I've been doing videos and way before videos. But at the same time, I wish I would not have some self-worth, some self-esteem, and some self-acceptance about who I am. It ain't growing back in. Oh, well. What, I'm supposed to put my head in a bucket? That's not going to happen. This is pertaining to accepting yourself about the body. This is pertaining to accept myself even when I'm socially interacting with people. Do you realize if you know me, any of you watching this, I used to cuss and I could cuss in every other sentence. Have you heard one? No. You know why? Because of my willingness to conduct myself better and appropriate. I talked to a friend the other day. They said, hey, John, can you get a little personal? Because we know that when you in person, because I do presentations and speaking stuff somewhere else, and at the same time, I'm like in my head, you know what? I'll give you that. Here it is, up and live and close in person. That's right. Insecurities are not going to dictate and control me. That's what I'm talking about. Personal examples to this message so you can get some freedom. Be okay in your own skin. Don't let your own mind make you believe you're not worthy to be with those who they are. I'm not trying to be like other people. And that's the thing that I'm talking about with social insecurities. I get hyped. That's right. It's a real passion. And I'm not insecure about it. I know a lot of people don't like it. Hell, well, what am I supposed to do? Please the world? You want me to go crazy? I'm already crazy, but you really want me to lose my mind? I'm not doing it. It's not going to happen. Listen, there are many of you that are dealing with some violence in your neighborhood or in your community, and that's pretty much possibly in your life. And it's creating insecurities. Some of you can't move without a weapon because of where you live in your environment. And I know what it's like when you can't just pick up and move. And here's the deal for those who can. You pick up and move and you bring the same behavior and attitude where you move to. And that means that you create the same type of insecurities where you at. So therefore the problem lies in you. I'm not talking about all is blame to you, but I'm talking about take a look at you. Take a look at you. I'm in touch with reality. I get it. The world has become a lot more violent than it's ever been. Kids are killing kids. I get that. Everything ain't just based on drugs. Everybody's trying to find something to get themselves a part of or become a part of and recognize or searching for love. It's always something with us human beings. But right now, all I'm trying to get you to do is understand this basic information about insecurities and stop copping out. Stop damaging yourself. Build yourself up. Why? Because you're worth it. You don't have to run around here afraid. I got a little bit more for you on a reference before I keep going with this personal experience and just knowing that I have a gift that is just basically able to touch most of you, if not some of you, but it's going to touch someone. Gotcha. Poor decision-making skills limit your ability to choose wisely. Being overcritical of yourself as well as being very judgmental to somebody else because you have no self-esteem. Your insecurities will try to make you belittle someone else so you can feel better about yourself. Cut it out. Take a look in a mirror. Matter of fact, you can go in the stores these days and buy a mirror. You know, they got selfies with the cell phone. Buy a mirror so you can look at yourself, so you can stop. Listen, a process of change comes with steps to be taken so this way it can be recognized as a process. Build up. Stop letting insecurities damage you. You heard me read the definition. Perfectionism. Nobody's perfect. See your therapist. But at the same time, Do your best. There's nothing wrong with wanting things to be right. I appreciate that. Even I like things right. But at the same time, I take and give it my best. And if it's an area that I need to be practicing to be better, so be it. Same way with employment. Same way with learning how to be a parent. Same way with learning how to be a friend. Listen, same way with learning how to be a citizen of this country. Practice, practice, practice. To do what? To be a better person. Telling you the truth. Listen, poor communications. Poor communications. And it still runs right back into the area where I was talking about. If you are so insecure about your education and your communication, then go back to school. Go back to school. You're never too old to re-educate yourself. Or should I say, improve your education. My point that I'm trying to make out, and all you got to do is find a solution. But if you want to keep running around here, letting insecurities do what it do to you, that's your fault. You don't have to. I'll give you the list again. Relationships, insecurity, social insecurity, body image, your job, violence, traumatic events, low self-esteem, abuse, fear, and failure. Stop doing it. If you got assignment to do at work, you don't wait till the last minute to get it done. And if you're having struggles with actually doing it, maybe you should ask for some help. But get the job done. A commitment is to be responsible and follow through and fulfill. I carry a concept that I borrowed from a gentleman that is very dear to me. And he talks about how important it is to walk in humility. But he also says service is the rent he pays for living. And I watch his conduct when I see him. And he's always of service, not only to his family, but to society and to people. I have people in my life who also help me do better in the same manner. Listen, don't let your insecurities continue to rob you of having healthy relationships across the board. And as I stated earlier, insecurities is not just based on who you loving. It's based on many areas of your lives. And if you have abuse, then your insecurities have created it. Like me being loud, I know that some people get triggered off because they were yelled at and they were talked down to, and they were talked down to so much that they brought in and they believe it, even when they know that it's not, but it still has an effect. I'm trying to tell you. And those of you who are using substance to cop, or should I say cope with your insecurities, you have no idea. All you're doing is making things worse. You're creating what is called a volcano. And we all know what volcanoes do. They erupt. Insecurities can be transferred over to becoming secure with time, practice, education, support, help, and willingness. Do yourself a favor. Start healing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, press the like button. This is John McNeil, helping other people evolve. Until next time, take care.